With the Steelspire Horizon Towers being revealed, some controversy has been sparked. Arguably, the most controversial pick was Citadel of Treachery, winning over Citadel of Deathmatch. The majority of the community believes CoD deserves to get in, with its creative mechanics and crazy design compared to CoT, which is much more classic and simple. This video will explain the pros and cons of each Citadel and why CoT won the competition. Without further ado, let's get into this. Right off the bat, Citadel of Deathmatch obviously wins with the design aspect. Citadel of Treachery's design isn't necessarily bad, it's just really simple, while CoD has so much variety. I especially love this red room section of CoD, it's really cool. Also, CoD has the Haunted House, Glass Houses, Swordfight on the Heights, and many more areas that really make the Citadel stand out in terms of design. CoT, meanwhile, is a lot less innovative. The only notable thing is the gameplay being a different color than the floor itself. It ends up sort of looking like TOSP. Overall, Citadel of Deathmatch will get an 8.5 out of 10 in design, and Citadel of Treachery will earn a 6 out of 10, meaning CoD wins this category, and the next aspect is creativity. Well, both towers have some cool mechanics, so let's take a closer look. Citadel of Deathmatch has a mechanic where you press buttons with a sword, different types of enemies, and floating red orbs to shoot missiles at you, and finally a huge boss fight. Citadel of Treachery, on the other hand, kinda just has normal EToH mechanics, such as moving parts, buttons, and spinners. While they're used in interesting ways, it doesn't have the uniqueness that CoD does. The only new mechanic I saw in CoT was these appearing platforms that get more visible the closer you are to them. CoT uses normal EToH mechanics better in my opinion, but CoD is more unique and will really surprise players. All in all, Citadel of Deathmatch wins this category. I'll give it a 9 out of 10 in creativity, and Citadel of Treachery a 7 out of 10. Time to review the gameplay. So, I'll be reviewing gameplay differently. Instead of being valued at 10 points like creativity and design, gameplay will be worth 20 points. Both Citadels have pretty simple gameplay if you take away the mechanics. CoD's gameplay reminds me more of the custom Citadels in EToH XL, like COUV and COSS, well, maybe because it was a custom Citadel option. Meanwhile, CoT definitely feels like something you'd see in Ring 8, or maybe even Ring 9. CoT and CoD both retain mostly the same gameplay style throughout the entire Citadels, and while this may be a hot take, I find CoT's gameplay to be better. My favorite style is the semi-modern, also known as Ring 8 to Zone 4. CoD's gameplay is quite smooth, but it really does feel like the recent revamps, which I think have gotten pretty old after playing a few of them. CoT wins in the raw gameplay aspect, although if we include mechanics, CoD wins here. Citadel of Treachery earns a 16.5 out of 20, and Citadel of Deathmatch a 15 out of 20. Since I've covered the 3 main categories, I'll move on to why CoT won the competition. Many were disappointed that Citadel of Treachery won against Citadel of Deathmatch. Since Citadels are arguably the most competitive slot for a new area, these high-stakes competitions have happened before. This current Citadel debate has often been labeled as Citadel of Inferno's End versus Citadel of Lethargy Part 2, where basically the same thing happened. COL won despite being objectively worse in quality, leaving most of the community disappointed. So why did CoT win? Well, we don't know 100% why, we can make some guesses. One reason is that CoT might have been more fitting for Zone 1 subrealm, being more classic-orientated and simpler than CoD. Creator bias might have also been a problem. Creator bias is when the staff team will pick towers by creators that already have lots of towers in-game. The most famous example for this is CoT, who has had insane bias with many of their towers getting in-game despite there being better picks. CoD was a large collab, with the most famous builders being Tema and Zielazulski. Meanwhile, CoT was made solo by Crazy50. And finally, CoT could have gotten in because the staff team wanted to save CoD for another area like the World 2 finale or Zone 5 subrealm. And those are some reasons why CoT won. I hope this answers some questions on the issue. Overall, I think the staff team did make the right decision in the long run, but man, CoD deserved to get in way more. I really like both Citadels, but I'll admit CoT just isn't as good. Anyway, thanks for watching. See y'all later.